Jennifer, and I have been praying for the news that this was going to happen, that Roe v. Wade would be stricken, and that did happen today. The justices did rule 6-3 um, to uphold the I think it was the Mississippi law. I think it was Dobbs v. something or other, but in it they chose not to just uphold that one law. They went the full step that we had been praying for the last 49 years since Roe v. Wade became basically the law of the land in a ruling. It was never a law. It was never a law to say that a woman had the right to kill their unborn child. Um, and so basically, what has happened with um, making this a broad ruling is that they have returned the issue of abortion to the states. So you're going to have the blue states be entrenched, and they're going to become abortion sanctuaries, like California, which is where I'm from. I'm not there right now. I'm in Maryland. I'm on the East Coast, and the sun is about to set. And in DC, the sun is about to set. And this is very scary, very dangerous, because as we all know, the riots get out of hand as the sun goes down. And so we really need to pray. If you are one in favor of this decision, do not be out on the streets. There is no need to be out there and to be celebrating in the streets. Right now, it's just a very dangerous time. A group called Ruth Sent Us, which is in reference to Ruth Bader Ginsberg, has published the home addresses of the six justices, the six conservative justices that voted to to overturn Roe. And I pray for their safety. I ask you to please pray for their safety. But we also need to pray for everybody who is out there who is feeling that their rights have been violated, that they have lost control over their bodies, their decisions, and we need to show them kindness. I was talking to my daughter. She is a social worker, and I am so proud of her. But, when I talk to her, she's pro-life, I'm pro-life, and so, I'm just all ecstatic, and I'm like, yay! And she reminds me, she's like, yeah, but, you got to be careful when you're talking to other people, because not everybody feels that way. Some people are feeling very scared, and like, if they get in trouble, that they have no options, and they're just really scared right now. And people who are scared can lash out, and they can do very dangerous things. And right now, unfortunately, there are elected leaders who are encouraging them to do dangerous things, getting out there and protesting, getting out there and sending them addresses and times to meet at the homes of the Supreme Court justices that voted for this decision. I am ardently pro-life. I believe that life begins at the moment of conception. I do not believe in a rape incest. I do not believe in health of the mother. Now, in terms of, there's something called double effect. So, for instance, if a woman has a pregnancy that is dangerous, that is affecting their ability to live, then the law of double effect applies. You treat the woman for her problem. If it's a ectopic pregnancy, the baby's not going to survive anyway. You need to treat it that you are healing the woman, but it is not intentionally destroying the life of the baby. It's just that is the effect. The treatment results in, unfortunately, that the baby may perish, like with cancer treatments and things like that. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens, but it's not. There is absolutely no reason a woman who is 6 months pregnant should have to have an abortion. The child is viable, and it actually takes 2 to 3 days to go through a late-term pregnancy. There is actually more danger to the woman in doing all of that rather than doing an emergency C-section. An emergency C-section can be done within the hour. They can get it all taken care of. Sophia, thank you for commenting. Kristen, thank you for commenting. I appreciate everybody who's watching. Please, give the thumbs up if you are pro-life and that you are happy about the decision. If you are watching and you are not happy about the decision, please let me know why. Please let me know why you feel that that is a viable choice. There are a number of American companies that have already now announced that as part of their health packages that they are going to pay for the procedure and the transportation costs for women to be able to go from, if they live in a pro-life state, that they will pay to have them go to a state like California and New York. And Gavin Newsom has already said that he is going to be helping to fund this. My tax dollars, because I live in California, unfortunately, they're going to be out there to continue this. So is there anything positive? Is there anything good really that has come of this? Because, I mean, are the abortions still all going to happen? It's just, now women have to travel? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the end result. I think that it's going to give women pause, because unfortunately, what people see as being legal, they see as being moral. And 3/4 of the states before Roe v. Wade had abortion as being illegal. But the thing is that once you make it legal, then people start believing it's moral. People start believing that that is a viable choice. That is the responsible choice. That is what the woman should do, because she shouldn't be a burden to the boyfriend who isn't ready to be a dad and settle down. She should get rid of the baby, because her parents, if she's still living with her parents, it's her responsibility to go ahead and get rid of that baby, because the parents are about ready to be empty nesters. They don't want to have to take care of a toddler, a baby, have to deal with all that again. Her parents may be in their 50s and 60s, and they want to be a grandparent occasionally. They don't want to be parent again already to an unwed teenage mom. So is it really a choice for these girls that find themselves in a crisis pregnancy? And I think that's what the effect hopefully will be with striking down Roe v. Wade, is it will give pause. It will have more conversations between the woman and the boyfriend or the husband, or the woman or the young girl and her parents, that they will find solutions, that maybe adopt will be seen as being an alternative. And that's what we need to pray for. And we need to show compassion to all these women who are scared, who don't think that they have any options. Of course, celibacy, of course, is always an option. Contraception fails. And it's like, the whole contraceptive mentality results in the need for all of these abortions, because you go into a relationship thinking, oh, well, I've got birth control, and then the birth control fails. Oh, well, I've got a abortion, and people use it like that. But with Roe v. Wade being stricken down, and there being so many states, exactly, Christian, adoption is the option. There are so many choices. People say that they're pro-choice. I think it was Steven Crowder who said, oh yeah, I'm pro-choice too. You can choose not to have sex. You can choose to raise the child. You can choose to adopt the child out. The only option I'm not in favor of is actually, killing the baby. That shouldn't be an option. Anything that you say about the circumstances, would it apply to a 2-year-old? Okay, so the child is in a bad circumstance. The family may not have enough money to rub together. Well, we have safety programs for that. We have church pantries. We have government programs. There are options out there, and we need to pray for that. We need to walk alongside women and young girls that find themselves in a crisis pregnancy and speak life to them and not gloat. Okay, Roe v. Wade is not the end of this. Being stricken down right now is not the end of this. This is just a good first step. And we need to continue to pray that it continues on along this, culture of life, because I think right now have been up until now in a death spiral, a culture of death. We had, at first it was supposed to be safe, legal, and rare, and then it was shout your abortion, and then it was like we can have abortion all the way up to the moment of birth. In California, they're working on a law that we're not going to investigate perinatal deaths, which perinatal is defined anywhere from viability at 20 weeks all the way up to it's not defined. I've seen perinatal as 7 days post birth. I've seen perinatal as being a month. I've seen perinatal being as much as 2 years. So, it wasn't defined. We're not going to, but they said, California wanted to rule that they were not going to investigate perinatal deaths because they didn't want women who had a termination of pregnancy or the death of a child to feel like they were a criminal. That's how bad it is, because that's still going on in California. And I believe that it is this culture of death has led to all these mass shootings that we have. Life is just so cheap. It is, you are an inconvenience to me. You cut me off in traffic. You stepped in front of me. You got the gas pump. You played your music too loud. You disrespected me. All of these different things, and people are willing to kill over. And we never had this before Roe v. Wade. And I know there's a lot of other things going on. There's mental illness that we're not addressing anymore. We can't have people be institutionalized against their will. And so now we have huge exploding populations of homeless. And so, of course, that plays into the crime and people, pulling out their weapons and killing as well. But, the children killing each other, might that have something to do with just this whole, they know what's going on. They know that their brothers and sisters, maybe that are inconvenient, may wind up being aborted by their mother because she doesn't feel she has another option. She feels she has been told for the last 49 years that abortion is responsible. That's the responsible decision. That's what she's been told. And now our Democrat leaders are encouraging protest and defying the Supreme Court. We're in the middle of J6 right now. They wanted to talk about how we are tearing down our institutions and democracy is in danger. Well, when you are on camera, Maxine Waters, and you are telling that the world here that we are going to defy the Supreme Court, we are going to, women are going to have ultimate control over their bodies. Well, there's a lot of points along that path where women certainly have complete control. And that's what we need to focus on. We need to help them understand what they can do. And that's what we need to pray for. So anyhow, this is not a time to gloat. So please don't. Please be safe. Do not be out on these streets. The sun is going down here on the East Coast, and they are expecting, they've got police out in riot gear. They are expecting violence. Please do not be a part of that. Okay? That's not going to solve anything. Just pray for them. One thing I wanted to note is that this is the feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. As a Catholic, oh, and by the way, I think there's like 3 or 4 of those conservative justices are Catholic. And that is what Catholics believe, that life is sacred and that it is a human, unique life, never to be repeated, gift of God from the moment of conception. It is not what Nancy Pelosi espouses. It is not what Joe Biden espouses, even though they claim to be Catholic, okay? I just want to make sure that you understand that. But Catholics, we have a lot of feast days, and today is the feast day of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, which is, God is this overabundant, overflowing mercy on us and his love for us. That's what we are celebrating with the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. So I think that is very appropriate for today, and I'm feeling that God wants to bless us, but how can he bless us when we are killing the most innocent among us? But again, there's a lot of women out there that are scared, and we need to walk with them, and we need to help them, and speak life to them. And please don't gloat. Uh, be be happy in your soul that this is happening. Keep continuing to pray, because again, if all these women that are in pro-life states are just getting bused to to the pro-abortion states, that's not going to save anybody. I really do believe, though, that just making it illegal is going to cause people to take stock and reconsider, and that's what we need to pray for. So anyhow, be safe. Walk with women that are in crisis pregnancies. Offer to help. Do the offer to babysit. Offer to throw her a baby shower. And just anything that you can do. Okay, but please, that just let them know that there is life. Oh, and there was a great Washington Post article. I will try and remember to add that to the description and pin it in a comment. That it was accidentally pro-life. It was a young lady who wasn't married at the time that found herself pregnant with twins, and because of the Texas heartbeat law, she was not able to have an abortion. And now the babies are born, and she can't imagine about them. She's married to the father of her children. And one of the things that she said in the article is that, oh, how would life be different? Well, her boyfriend would probably be out playing basketball with his friends, and she said, she would probably be, working on trying to get a real estate license. But is that a better life? Working on a real estate license, having your boyfriend, playing basketball on the court, but now he's a married father, and he's got a job, and she's got a job, and I know Washington Post is trying to say how terrible this Texas heartbeat law is, but they had a picture of her with her two beautiful babies, and how can you possibly think anything other than it's a blessing? God will provide. Okay, I know that we're not promised to have everything in terms of material wealth here on earth, and I'm not saying that having babies is going to you're going to overcome poverty, but God will help you make a way. You just need to seek it out and ask for help. And those of us that are pro-life, and we need to offer that help as well. Okay, so please, please, please continue to pray and be out there and be a support in your community. Anyhow, God bless, be safe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.